Hola. Hello. Hi, everyone. This is our live stream. I'm Dr. Irene Lazarus. I represent the nonprofit Minority Wellness. Here today is our team that will be spearheading the webinar. This webinar will be a little different because there's two languages. So what we'll do is for the first 30 minutes, we will do English presentations and questions and the activity, and then we'll switch over to Spanish. So for anyone who's here that would want to wait for Spanish, si quieren hablar en español o quieren escuchar el seminario en español, regrese en 30 minutos, cual sería tipo 1:30. Okay? All right. Well, so we can start off with presenting our team from Minority Wellness. Let me let Sardi go a little bit, and we'll return him later. Okay, let's put it like this, I think. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. There we go. So let's put Coach Edna here. I think you have muted your mic, so I cannot unmute it. So as she does that, we will put in the presentation as she presents herself a little bit, just talk about who she is, her role in the team, and I will be putting up the presentation in the meantime.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this seminar. I'm very honored to be here. So I'm Edna Bartolome. I'm a National Board Certified Health and Wellness Coach. I also have an NASM, a Professional Fitness Trainer certification. And my profession is engineering. So this is something I do just for passion. I'm very passionate about nutrition, exercise, lifestyle, because of all the magnificent benefits it brings. So I will be here co-hosting with Irene, and I will be answering questions at the end of the seminar. Thank you, Irene.
Yes, thank you so much, Coach Edna. We really appreciate your contributions and help in this new initiative. So let's talk about a little bit about me. I'm Dr. Lazarus. I'm the founder of the nonprofit. We are doing these educational webinars for the community to raise awareness on prediabetes, diabetes, health-related resources like insurance, and of course to bring value to the community regarding wellness activities and resources, because we know that a lot of healthcare in the United States is reactive instead of proactive. And so we're trying to make, trying to do something radical, which is make health fun again, or let's say cool, because our health is an investment that we need to do. If you do not do it, you will have to later if you don't. Either way, you have a choice. So here we have our presentation, preventing diabetes mellitus type 2, and it starts with prediabetes. Our coach Luz wasn't able to come today, but we appreciate all her help that she has given. We also want to make sure that everybody knows that we have a live chat going, and so we can see all of your questions in the chat. So if you have any questions, we will monitor that chat later on. So let's start. Okay, so let me move the presentation to full screen. There you go. So let's continue. The goal of this workshop is to give you, the listeners, knowledge and tools to understand what is exactly prediabetes. I bet a lot of you have heard about diabetes, but prediabetes is even more important than diabetes. And hopefully by the end of this webinar, you'll understand why. So, as we can see here, diabetes is a spectrum, uh, a metabolic spectrum, better to say it that way. So, when you talk about diabetes, there's very many types. It could happen during pregnancy. It could happen as part of a genetic autoimmune disorder. Um, but in general, prediabetes is defined by actually a lab. There is, let's say, many ways that diabetes or metabolic disease can show up. Um, and that's actually why it's such a tricky thing, because you can have symptoms starting even at pre-diabetes, but you know, it doesn't bother you too much, so you don't really pay much mind. The only way you can actually detect pre-diabetes, let's say, is through a lab. That's kind of why I want to clarify. So as you can see there, it's defined specifically between a range of 5.7 and a 6.4 on a lab called hemoglobin A1C. A1C is a very important lab that gives you a report card of like 3 months of the average glucose that a person might have in their body. Of course, if that is high, that indicates, a delineation between prediabetes or diabetes. Of course, a person who is pregnant can also can develop diabetes or prediabetes in their pregnancy. The difference is maybe that maybe you have heard when you were pregnant, or those when people were pregnant, the doctor said, "Oh, it's okay, just monitor your diet. We're fine for now." But then there's other times where they're like, "Well, we're going to have to start a medication or insulin." So those two differences in approach delineates, okay, maybe prediabetes and an actual gestational diabetes. So it's complex, but we're here to identify, educate with this information. What can you do, and what is your risk today? So, problem number one of why this is such an important, critical workshop to have is that prediabetes is a precursor to diabetes and can be reversible. It's more common actually than diabetes, but the problem is that not a lot of people know about it. As you can see there, basically it tells you how many people have it, let's say in the first left part, and then on the far right part of this graph or this figure, it shows how people don't know about it, like the statistics. And as you can tell, prediabetes, more people are unaware that they have prediabetes than they have diabetes. Problem number two is not knowing whether you are at high risk for diabetes. So we're not even talking about that a lab has been done. Do you know your risk? The problem is, again, we already answered the first question is, well, you don't know. You can't do something about what you don't know about, right? So problem number two occurs. So being overweight, having a family history, being physically inactive for long periods of time during your early time when you're young, and don't invest in your health now, then you pay the consequences after. Usually, it doesn't matter your gender. Everyone has the effects of their genetics after a certain age. Usually, that's after 45. So this is a basic understanding of who could be at risk. So when you know you are at risk, the other problem is because no one knows, symptoms continue. People ignore, they don't know that they need to go to their doctor in their 30s and their 40s. Uh, they start presenting actual manifestations of diabetes. Now we're not even in the pre-diabetic range. Now we're in full-fledged diabetes. And now we have to take care of the fact that you have a chronic disease now that is not reversible. So people have a problem with delaying their care until diabetes is manifested. And this causes long-term damage. And many people can attest to this, especially if you have a loved one who has diabetes. There's effects in every organ, that is why diabetes is such an important chronic disease to talk about in our population, especially in the United States, because of its long-term impact. As you can see there, these are not small problems. People can go blind. They can have renal failure requiring dialysis. They can have heart attacks at a higher risk. They can have a stroke in the brain because of the same reasons of having diabetes. You can have amputations, toe loss, feet and legs because of the effects of diabetes on our vascular system, our veins and arteries. So that's not very good. But there is a solution, and this is my favorite part of why I love to focus on diabetes. Prediabetes is a special time in the metabolic spectrum where we can actually reverse our risk. Diabetes, even people who have had diabetes, I have seen it as a physician, they start to lose weight, become very aggressive in their lifestyle changes, and they reverse their diabetic diagnosis. This is not woo-woo medicine. This is not we gave supplements to those people, magically they got cured. It's the simple, you lose weight, you change your diet, you get informed, and all of the metabolic derangements with the labs, the blood pressure, your weight, all reverse, and your diabetes is, let's say, at bay or delayed. Of course, there's always that genetics that we cannot fight, but we have the control in our lifestyle. So that leads me into the prediabetes prevention program, which is the diabetic prevention program from the CDC. This is a 1-year evidence-based program that's already been validated in the United States. Usually the defined person who needs this is a pre-diabetic. It helps you create your own nutrition plan, have exercise plan. Those that complete usually the 1 year lose about greater than 5% of their, or minimally 5% of their weight when they started to the end. So meaning at the end of the 12 months, people found great results. So let's say if you want a bigger impact, if you will. So let's go to the next thing. The reason why it works is it's a combination of the things listed here in this slide. When, we're humans and we are creatures of habit, of accountability, of community. And when you try to do something, especially when it's very hard, like losing weight or talking about something that is let's say personal, where you're at risk and you're worried, sometimes those things are better done in a group that understands your risk. So in community, the reason why it has been shown that this pre-diabetes intervention program through the CDC has worked is because you're doing it with support. You're not just someone not just throwing a medicine at you and say, okay, lose the weight, and then the moment you take off the medicine, you're going to gain all the weight back. In this case, this is a non-medication required intervention. It is simply group. You get a certified CDC coach, which is Edna is one of those coaches. C is that, or thirdly, is that it's low cost because of that reason. And because of all of the research that has been done for the last 10 years, it has been validated. And also because of that, we can offer it as an insurance actual benefit that is covered by Medicare, Medicaid. This is very new. This, let's say, is less than 6 months or less than a year that has been launched by the Medicare, Medicaid insurances here in the United States. So, when you do this intervention, there's many ways that it could be done. And in our case, as the nonprofit, we will be using a platform called Habit New. So this helps. This is where the person who is at risk, let's say, or who is now enrolled in the intervention for 12 months, they will be able to track their weight, their food activity here. They'll have the interactive discussions with the coach. They would have the workout guides. You would have the virtual meetings here in the group chat and the discussion board. So this is where the program is housed, if you will. And of course, if someone here, the whole point of the webinar is to assess your risk to see where you are, or maybe you have a family member or a friend that is. Oh, someone came in here, Mr. Ram, our special guest. So we will have him muted until we finish. We're almost done. So our gift to you today is that we want to empower you to help others or even identify your risk. So the next thing here is, it doesn't matter which QR code you scan. I'm going to exit the escape mode so I can, for people that are in the chat, obviously maybe for some people, depending if they're on their phone, they cannot get to the QR code. We're going to put the link of where the QR code goes to in the chat. So in the meantime, while I do that, if Ram can kind of get himself ready a little bit, and we will continue now with anybody who have questions. We will try to answer them, and we will set up for the coaching demonstration. Sorry, the meditation demonstration. Sorry, with Mr. Ram from Omega Pyramid, I believe this is the name. So let me get that for you guys, okay?
Dr. Lazarus, I just want to reinforce
Okay,
the
go ahead.
importance of this National Diabetes Prevention Program.
Okay.
Because this has been studied, there has been research, scientific research about this program.
Correct.
And the result has been something incredible. So this program, what it want, what it's saying is, if you reduce your weight, you are reducing your risk of contracting diabetes, or your risk of developing diabetes, right? And what they are saying, you have to do two things, which is better eating habits and a little bit more of activity. And by doing these two things, after a year of study, it was shown that a person have a 58% of reducing their risk just by this, and was better than medication. So this is something wonderful, proof by scientific research, and is health. It's health. And it's simple, very simple. The program will give you all the tools that you need, and you will be guided and you will be supported.
Correct. Yes. I believe there's a question in the chat. Can you see the chat, Edna, Coach Edna? Do you see it?
I'm here.
On the comments on the top right. You click on comments.
I have here comments, but I just see like minority. I don't see questions. But if you can tell me the question.
You can scroll up and down. You see?
Yes, no, it's not showing.
Okay, so here I see it. Someone had asked, can they pay cash for this? Of course, it's one of the cheapest. It's like when you go to the gym, you know how you can do personal training. Usually that costs money like that. Just the same way, we would be able to do cash or insurance. That's the kind of the new thing, that now this is covered actually by insurance, because it's already been proven, how Coach Edna says. So I have put in there in the chat the different things. But let's prepare our invited special guest, Ram, in his presentation. I'm trying to set up all the videos here in the background. I think there's So if maybe we can remove our screen now and put up Ram. Ram has, I think he has chosen to put it on mute, so I cannot unmute him. But
Sorry,
here I got you on the
I'm
screen
there.
there. Mm-hmm.
And okay,
So if
I'm
you
just going to present a quick slide. But if you could bring up the music while with your
correct, that's exactly what I'm doing here, and I'm putting up your. There, you see how it says there. Your
yes, perfect.
there you go.
Thank you. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you everyone. Thank you, Erin, for having me here.
Yep.
Again, thank you everyone joining in a cold Saturday afternoon. But that tells you that how serious you are with your health and wellness. And I'm here again just to support Dr. Irene. And what we do is we also help in mindful living and inner harmony. And what do you mean by that? It's something that I'll just quickly walk you through. Say take an example, right? Say you had a good sumptuous lunch or a dinner, and you go out for a walk and you see a donut shop, and suddenly you feel like eating that donut, even though you had a very good, healthy, organic food. Now you want to have a donut. And now your mind is telling you don't eat it. Your body says, I am full, I don't want it. But it's something that leads you to the urge and you eat it. And after eating, you are like, I just wasted my entire time or entire day, right? So why does that happen? That happens because the lack of harmony within your own body. And when I say harmony, there are three parts in your entire body. It's your mind and your body, and you call it soul or you call it a heart. All three have to work together. Only then you will be able to bring your body to a right path. Like, say you had a good night, 8 hours sleep, you get up in the morning and you are like, I don't want to get up. Now, who is asking you not to get up? Is it your body? Is it your body is tired? Then body will tell you, I am tired and I cannot do. But body has gotten 8 hours of sleep. Now, is it you who doesn't want to get up? You are also telling yourself that I need to go because I had to go to work. Otherwise, I will not get my paid salary. So again, there is something which telling you don't get up. I'm too tired. What is going on, right? So if you go back to the previous slide, Dr. Irene, the first slide. So if you think about it, yeah, second slide, yeah, thank you. So this is where mindful living and inner harmony comes into play. So how do you do that? There are patterns in your body. Like I have sleepiness, I'm hungry every time, I have anger issues, I have anxiety issues. All that are patterns that you create in your body. There are patterns that slowly, the pattern which starts with your first instinct of what you did, they start clenching you into your entire body. It becomes a mode where you are not able to come out of. What we do is we are with the help of meditation that we do, we tell you to be with your breath. You don't have to be with anything. It is not a meditation, it is not a prayer, it is not nothing. You just stay with your breath. What does it do? When you stay with your breath, say if you go to the next slide, Dr. Irene. So if you look at it, right? So I have a boredom, craving, eating, anxiety, fear, lethargy. These are all the patterns in your body. The question would be, where is the patterns coming from? Is it something that you have just gotten it now, or where you created it in a childhood, in certain situations, certain criteria, which led to this pattern of eating habits? Are you a compulsive eater, impulsive eater? Are you eating because of stress? Are you eating? Most people don't even know why they eat, but we eat. It's not because of hunger. But where did the first sign of impulsive eating or stress eating came from? Nobody knows. But it started somewhere. It's in the high school, where you were a kid, or you were somewhere else, and you started it, and that becomes a pattern in your body. So how do you unclench that pattern? If you go to the next slide, you observe that arises within you. So if your hunger happens, or if you're having the donut, don't try to resist it. More and more you resist, more and more it will make it stronger for you to go do it. What you do is you observe. How do you observe? You just stand there and just ask the same question. Who is asking you, or who is creating that urge to eat, to smoke, or to do anything else? who is asking you to do it? Is it your mind? Is it your body which is telling you? Or is it your soul or your heart which is telling you? And where is it coming from? And your body is very intelligent. As soon as you start questioning your own body, you will see that urge keeps coming down, right? And that is where the next beautiful thing that we are going to teach you today comes into play, which is be with your breath. So today what we do is we are going to do with your eyes and eyes closed, and keeping your hands clenched. You'll hold a hand like that. You'll cross your legs. If you're sitting on the chair, just cross your legs on the floor, hold your hands like that. Take off your glasses if you are wearing any, and you will close your eyes while when the music starts. And what you do is you only stay with your breath. And this is we are doing it today for 10 minutes because we're doing the breath. But what I'm talking you, when I'm saying when you're trying to unclench, you don't even have to close your eyes. Just stay with your breath with your eyes open and just say, where is it coming from? And breathe and watch your breath. Do you know that even though you have two nostrils, 60% of the times you always breathe from one nostril, not from both? It depends on your body. If you are eating, if you had your lunch or a dinner or a breakfast, your right nostril is more active because that is where the digestive hot air comes into play. But if you are really, really hot in a hot summer, your left nostril is more. So you have to understand the pattern even in breathing. So what we'll do now is we'll sit and we'll clamp your hands like that, cross your legs, close your eyes, and I'll guide you through the meditation. And you will stay with your breath. And you will focus on below your nostril to feel the hot air coming out and the cold air coming in. Right? We can go with the music.
Okay, so I'm pressing play. Let me
Yes.
know if you have any issues with not hearing, okay? You hear?
No.
Do you hear it?
Close your eyes, cross your legs, and clamp your hand. Relax your body. Let your neck be relaxed. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms. Don't hold or close your arms too tight. Relax your arms and your wrists. Keep your backbone straight. Don't crouch down. Keep your backbone straight. Relax your hips. Relax your legs. Now, slowly focus on your breath. Take a deep breath inside and take a deep breath out. Repeat it one more time. And every time you breathe in, all positive thoughts and positivity is entering your body. And when you breathe out, all negative, all your stress, all your anxiety, all your patterns are going away. Take a deep breath one more time. Now, slowly come back to your normal breathe pattern. Observe your breath. Cold air goes in and hot air comes out. If thoughts come to you, don't resist. Just be a spectator and go back to your breath. If any part of your body is having pain or stressed, just observe that part of the body. If thoughts come, don't fight with them. Just observe them and go back to your breath. Keep your body relaxed. Stay focused on your breath. Feel the cold air coming in and hot air going out. Four more minutes.
I believe that is an ad.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
There we go. We're done.
Perfect.
All right. Well, let me show.
Slowly rub your hands. Keep it on your eyes. And open your eyes inside the palm itself. And open your eyes with a big smile. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
So I
you.
know. So we did this with eyes closed, but as I said, when you want to unclench or when you want to be in a mindful living, you can do that with your eyes open. Just have to focus on your breath. That's all you need to do. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anne.
Yes, here we have the Omega Pyramid, the organization. I don't know. It Omega hyphen, right? Pyramid.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll just put that.
So that is the if those who are seeing the live, they can do that. Okay.
Yeah.
They can go and see where they are located. They are located in Dallas Fort Worth, but also have meditations through virtual, right?
Yes.
And also at this point, like those people who, oh yeah, you put it in the chat. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So the giveaway we have is through Restoration Wellness Med Spa in Tennessee. For those who have registered, we will be contacting you directly and letting you know that you are the winner of the free med spa based giveaway. So again, that is brought to you by Restoration Wellness Med Spa, and we appreciate RAM, Restoration Wellness, for their belief in our organization and what we stand for. And that we want to just help people. We just want to empower them and give them the tools, right? So, all right. Well, I think that there is an internet problem with our Sardi. Sardi is our presenter in Spanish. I think his internet has failed him. But technically, we are supposed to be in Spanish now. We will be switching over now, given that that is what the time for the scheduling. So we will have Ram come back, but in Spanish. So let's get him. Let's see what else can we do here. Yeah. let's see what we can do regarding this technical difficulty. This is what happens in real life, in live streams. Let's see what happened. Oh, okay, I see. I got the message here that our presenter Sardi said that his light went out because of the storms, the winter storms that we're having. Okay, well, in that case, what we'll do is we will present at least what we have already done in Spanish. So let's switch over to the language now, and we will move forward, and hopefully you come back during that time. Let's see. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we're going to stop sharing the other. Okay. Entonces, ok, hola, mi gente. Bienvenidos. Yo soy la doctora Lazarus. Como hemos prometido, ese seminario virtual va a estar en español de 1:30 a las 2 de la tarde, cual ya estamos un poquito tarde, pero así es las producciones en vivo. Entonces, un poquito de este seminario es que nosotros somos una ONG llamada Minority Wellness. Yo soy la fundadora y también soy una doctora que practica en Estados Unidos. Tenemos un equipo que nos ayuda a ejercer esas programaciones de educación, coaches, tenemos a personas en la comunidad en Nashville que quieren colaborar con nosotros. Por ejemplo, Sardi Group, el agencia de seguros. Ahorita hemos tenido un problema de técnica porque se le fue la luz el señor Sardi. Pero como hemos prometido, vamos a lo menos presentar la parte del riesgo prediabético o metabólico a la audiencia en español. Vamos a tener la demostración de meditación al final. Entonces vamos a empezar la presentación y entre que yo lo pongo, vamos a dejar un tiempito para una persona de nuestro equipo muy especial, Ena, que se puede introducir a la audiencia.
Muy buenas tardes a todos. Gracias, muchas gracias por su participación en esta tarde de hoy. Estoy muy honrada de estar aquí con todos ustedes para presentar cuáles son los riesgos del diabetes y presentar el programa de diabetes por National Diabetes Preventing Programs. So, sería el programa de prevención de diabetes.
Exacto.
Tratando de cambiar del inglés al español.
Sí, somos bilingües, tenemos que ahí ayudar a la computadora.
Así mismo. Pues mi nombre es Edna Bartolomé. Yo soy certificada en la Junta Nacional de Coaches de Bienestar y Salud. También tengo una certificación por el NASM como entrenadora de ejercicios físicos personal. En adición, soy ingeniero y mi función de coach lo hago a tiempo parcial por mi entusiasmo acerca de la salud y los estilos de vida que considero son algo muy esencial para prolongar nuestra vida y mantener una salud óptima. Okay, así que eso sería todo por el momento y luego pues estaría ayudando en la sección de preguntas y respuestas.
Sí, gracias a doña Edna. Entonces, vamos a empezar la presentación de la prevención del diabetes mellitus tipo 2. Empieza con el prediabetes. Ahorita nuestro coach Luz no pudo estar hoy a presentar, pero sí es el crédito de su mucha fuerza y que hizo esta presentación. Entonces, vamos a empezar con el por qué hicimos este taller. Voy a ponerlo en grande para yo poder mirar. Aquí está. Perdóname. Entonces, el objetivo de este taller es brindarle los conocimientos y las herramientas para poder actuar en su riesgo si tiene riesgo prediabético y obviamente cómo prevenir el diabetes tipo 2. Es muy prevalente esta enfermedad. Es básicamente un espectro de metabólico. La gente usualmente se puede confundir fácilmente porque hay muchas etapas en este espectro que se puede presentar esta enfermedad. Y eso es porque es tan complejo y también a la misma vez bello porque se puede prevenir también y se puede, aun si tienes un riesgo alto, se puede reversar en este espectro. Entonces, ¿qué son los tipos comunes de diabetes? Pues hay un tipo 1, hay un tipo 2, hay el prediabetes y hasta el diabetes gestacional. Entonces, para estar muy claro, la definición clínica de prediabetes es actualmente definido por un rango en un laboratorio llamado hemoglobina A1C. Usualmente este es un promedio de del azúcar en la sangre de la persona sobre un tiempo de 3 meses. Entonces, el rango crítico, como miran ahí en la figura a la derecha, esa parte amarilla y naranja es ese número 5.7 y 6.4. Entonces, si estás entre ese rango, has llegado al estatus prediabetes. Después de eso, si estás más alto, 6.5, técnicamente por el laboratorio y obviamente una evaluación con un doctor se puede definir la enfermedad diabetes. La diferencia entre el diabetes tipo 1 y 2 es que el 1 puede ser una enfermedad autoinmune, cual puede ser genética y también desarrolla muy temprano afuera del tipo 2, cual es el parte del espectro, que siempre alguien que tiene tipo 2 ha tenido prediabetes, pero eso no es el caso el diabetes tipo 1. Y lo mismo para diabetes gestacional. Es específicamente durante el embarazo y probablemente para nuestras mujeres que están sintonizando, que la diferencia entre probablemente prediabetes y el diabetes en ese estado es que su doctor probablemente no le dijo nada de medicamentos, solo dijo, mira, controla tu dieta y estarás bien. Pero si en tu embarazo te han dado medicamento o insulina, eso probablemente indica el futuro de tu riesgo, del tipo 2, el diabetes tipo 2. Entonces, ¿qué es el problema y el por qué eso es tan importante? Es porque el prediabetes es una enfermedad crónica más común que el diabetes por lo que hemos hablado del espectro. Siempre pasa antes y menos síntomas antes del diabetes. Entonces, pero en la segunda parte de todo eso es que, aunque es lo más común, la gente y las personas no saben que la tienen. Entonces, como pueden mirar a la izquierda de esta figura, pueden mirar quiénes los que tienen el diabetes y quiénes los que tienen el prediabetes. Si vas a la derecha, pueden mirar cuántas personas no saben que tienen las enfermedades metabólicas. Y es muy, muy preocupante porque de cada 10 personas que tú sabes, 8 pueden tener el diabetes y no lo saben. Y 1/3 de las personas en la población tiene el prediabetes. Eso es bastante, mi gente. Entonces, eso es el problema número 1. El problema número 2 es no saber si usted corre un alto riesgo de diabetes. ¿Qué son los factores? Ni saben sus factores, solo saben que la tía, la abuela, el abuelo, su papá, su mamá, sus tías han tenido diabetes. Oh, pero yo estoy joven, yo no tengo problema. Pues ese es el problema, que tener antecedentes familiares, ya usted está tachado. Usted está en esa parte de riesgo para la diabetes tipo 2. Y también solamente en el sentido de tener sobrepeso, aun si no tienes los antecedentes, tener sobrepeso por largo plazo sin estilo de vida, cambios de estilo de vida, también te puede poner en alto riesgo, y también no tener esa actividad física. Y obviamente, porque hay una componente de tu ambiente y tus hábitos, pero también la genética, cual todo mundo cuando ya pega a los 40, los cuarentones de 45 y más, toda esa genética de que nos dio los tíos, los abuelos, nos va a resaltar y llega como un patapum a los 40. Entonces, entre que más viejitos nos ponemos, nuestros riesgos de cualquier forma de antecedentes resalta. El problema número 3 es que por todas estas razones que pues no se sabe, no miran los riesgos, no miran la importancia de ir al doctor, se retrasa la búsqueda de ayuda hasta que el diabetes ya está causando daño en el cuerpo. Eso es el problema, que esto es una enfermedad silenciosa. Cuando ya presentas síntomas, ya cargas ya muchos años de un proceso metabólico que ha llegado a este punto del diabetes. Y como ustedes saben, eso es donde encontramos, vamos a decir, esas manifestaciones en el cuerpo que ahora ya es mitigar lo que ha pasado. Puedes estar ciego, insuficiencia renal, enfermedad cardíaca, tener accidentes cerebrovasculares y hasta amputaciones de dedos, pies y piernas. Entonces ya es muy tarde. Pero entonces, con todos estos problemas, ¿qué podemos hacer hoy para mitigar eso? Pues la solución para prevenir el diabetes tipo 2 es el programa de prevención de la diabetes tipo 2. Y ustedes me pueden decir, ¿y por qué es necesario hacer un programa? Y si hay mucha gente que, ok, ya sé de perder peso, eso es simple, o, es tan difícil yo perder peso, esto es imposible, esto es solo otra cosa que yo no voy a poder hacer. Entonces, la diferencia aquí es que este programa no solo es de 3 meses o de quedarte un medicamento, esto dura un año. Y las personas ideales, candidato ideal, es alguien que tiene prediabetes, porque en ese momento tenemos un punto crítico de prevenir y de alertar el desarrollo diabético en la persona. Ah, este programa te ayudará a crear tus propios planes de nutrición, de ejercicio, y ya se ha comprobado con una década de investigaciones y validaciones financieras, de investigación a nivel nacional en Estados Unidos, que la gente, si van por el programa y ya son participantes activos, pierden más del 5%, a lo mínimo menos, más que 5% de su peso corporal, sin necesidad de medicamentos. Entonces, hoy eso es lo que vamos a brindar, es cómo puede saber usted si usted está a riesgo o no, o si usted ya piensa de alguien que conozca que es posiblemente en alto riesgo, usted le puede mandar el enlace que vamos a presentar aquí en la pantalla. Entonces, ¿por qué funciona el programa de prevención de la diabetes tipo 2? Pues primeramente, lo más importante es entender la psicología del humano. El humano es una criatura de comunidad y de hábito. Y una vez es cuando no tenemos que, vamos a ir a contra de eso, debemos usar eso a nuestro beneficio. Este programa ayuda a esas tendencias de nosotros para ayudarnos a tener la meta de prevención de diabetes. ¿Por qué? Porque estás haciéndolo con apoyo, no solo o solo con medicamentos y nada más. Es en comunidad. Vas a tener entrenador certificado para brindarte ayuda en particular y tienes acceso a alguien para preguntar, que te ayude, que te guíe un poquito. Y también el costo ha bajado mucho y hasta se puede cubrir o estar cubierto por las mayorías de los seguros en Estados Unidos, por ejemplo, el Medicare, Medicaid. Eso solo vino porque ya se comprobó con la ciencia y las investigaciones en el gimnasio YMCA, si ustedes saben del YMCA. Entonces, este programa se puede hacer en cash, muy bajo costo, o con aseguranzas ahora. Entonces, no hay razón por no tener estos recursos a tus manos. Entonces, la aplicación que vamos a estar usando es este que miras en la pantalla que se llama Habit New. Habit New, la persona se registra allí, ahí es donde va a tener las sesiones y reuniones virtuales, van a tener el chat de grupo, puede estar agendar como citas con su coach, como Coach Edna, y también poner guías de entrenamientos, acceso a materiales educativos, poner ahí su peso, alimentación, su actividad para en este año que estás con el coach y el grupo es algo interactivo y resulta en la meta final, cuál es delatar y quitar tu riesgo diabético. Entonces aquí en la pantalla pueden mirar si voy a minimizar mi pantalla para yo poder poner en el chat el enlace para esta encuesta. Entonces, vamos a mirar aquí. Ok. Entonces, entre que estamos haciendo eso, la coach Edna puede contestar any preguntas del chat. Yo creo que aquí no miro nada, pero
Okay.
alguien comentó que es muy difícil perder peso. Entonces, ahí puede empezar usted, coach Edna.
Sí, lo que quiero enfatizar en este momento es el programa y pues yo quiero dar un poco más de esperanza, ¿verdad? Porque las estadísticas muestran cosas que uno dice, wow, todo eso me puede pasar a mí. Pero la realidad es que la diabetes tipo 2 está bien influenciada por los hábitos de estilo de vida. Lo que significa que si usted cambia sus hábitos, tiene una probabilidad de minimizar los riesgos que le provocaría adquirir el diabetes. Y es muy sencillo. El programa lo que dice es que si pierde 5% de su masa de peso, ese 5% nada más le va a ayudar a reducir ese riesgo. Y las únicas dos cosas que se le está pidiendo es cambiar su hábito alimenticio y hacer más actividad física. Y eso lo sabemos todo el tiempo. ¿Qué es lo importante de este programa? Es que nosotros le facilitamos todo el conocimiento y lo ayudamos en el proceso para que usted cree los hábitos necesarios para tomar estas decisiones. Y al mismo tiempo le damos la herramienta para que continúe con esos hábitos y cree más que sean mejores a través de su vida. Así que en 12 meses usted tiene todas las herramientas para crear hábitos que le va a ayudar a una vida más larga y en salud.
Exacto. Aquí yo pongo las referencias porque como persona yo siempre digo, los creo mucho, pero yo quiero las referencias. Tengo que tener mis referencias, aquí están. Entonces, como no hay más preguntas, vamos a transicionar a la demostración gratuita con la organización Omega Pyramid. Entonces, antes de que nos ponemos con la pantalla con él, vamos a anunciar el sorteo. Una persona con mucha suerte va a tener la comunicación directa con nosotros de la organización de que ellos fueron un ganador del sorteo del Med Spa Restoration Wellness. Es un Med Spa en Tennessee. Entonces, obviamente, el que está viviendo en el estado de Tennessee va a poder beneficiarse de este sorteo. Pero si alguien nos está escuchando y quiere colaborar internacionalmente o nacionalmente, estamos abiertos. Wink, wink. Pero aquí nos vamos a poner al señor Ram el escenario. Vamos a ponerlo. Vamos a estar traduciendo y porque él solo habla inglés. Él es de sur de India. Él es,
Hello, everyone.
Hello. So we have introduced you, but we will let you speak in your own and translate. So try to speak in short sentences
Yes.
so we can translate, okay? So
Yeah.
let me add the presentation. Ahorita voy a agregar la presentación del señor Ram de Omega Pyramid, ¿ok? Voy a ponerlo aquí. Aquí dice, ¿cómo puedes empezar tu jornada de, ¿cómo vamos a decir eso, Coach Edna? De mindfulness, ¿cómo se dice eso en español?
¿Cómo empezar tu trayectoria o tu viaje interno a estar consciente, a estar consciente, presente en todo momento?
Ajá, sí, exacto. Entonces, entonces vamos a poner, yo creo que eso está bien ahorita, el formato. Entonces, all right, so I was presenting your slide of the title. So now you can start and we will translate.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So again, very similar to what Dr. Irene has been telling, we work towards inner harmony and mindful living. That's what we focus on.
So ellos enfocan en esa meditación interna a la persona.
And do you realize, like, anybody can say how many breaths in a day you take?
¿Alguien aquí en la audiencia sabe cuántas respiraciones tomas en un día?
Any guess?
No, Coach Edna dice que no sabe. Yo tampoco. I don't know. No one in the chat says it, and Coach Edna and me don't know.
It's 20 to 23,000 breaths in a day. An
Wow.
average person.
Entonces, él dice que hasta 20,000 respiraciones, a 23,000 estamos haciendo al día de respiraciones.
And we never take even 1 second to focus on the breath, which is the quite essential part of your entire living and the harmony in your body.
Exacto, sí. Él dice, y nosotros no, ni perdemos un segundo enfocándonos en nuestra respiración, cual, como puede mirar, es muy vital y en grande cantidad.
Right. And so this is where the breath comes into play. So what we do is we help with the mindful living. When it means it basically means you are trying to understand your patterns in your body, be it hunger, be it anger, be it eating habits, drinking habits, any other habits that you may have that you want to control and quit. How do you understand the pattern? How do you unclutch the pattern? And how do you harmonize your body to stay with it?
Ajá. So, vamos a decir, el principio de la meditación enfocando en la respiración es sentar la persona en su pensamiento con su respiración. Es la clave. Entonces, él nos va a enseñar eso en estos momentos, esta demostración. Go ahead.
Perfect.
Next. Let me put the presentation now. Yeah, go ahead.
Right.
You want to change
So
it?
if you think about it, what we are asking you to do is maybe what I'll teach you today for 10 minutes, we are telling you to do this breath in harmony meditation closing your eyes. But in general,
Ujú.
you should be able to do this with your eyes open because it is only about focusing on your breath.
Ok, él dice que usualmente la meditación se puede hacer solo con los ojos abiertos, pero ahorita lo vamos a practicar con los ojos cerrados. Aquí se puede mirar en la jornada interna, cuál es el que hay como quitar esa, que no estamos nosotros sintonizando con nuestro cuerpo, cambiar y quebrar el patrón y empezar con tu respiración. Entonces, you
So,
want me to go here?
yeah, you want to
Okay,
talk
there
about
we go.
that.
So
Or the
aquí,
next slide.
the next one, okay.
So what you will do is, say you have a pattern like hunger. You are a compulsive, impulsive eater.
So, entonces, si tú sos una persona que es compulsiva en comer cosas, vamos a decir, tienes eso, ese pastelito, ay, yo quiero eso y tienes como una obsesión.
Right? So
Esto es
if
un
you
ejemplo.
yeah, so if you do that, what you have is there are three parts in your body, which is your mind,
Tú
right,
tienes
which is
3
focusing.
componentes. Ujú.
Second is your body, which is telling you I'm hungry, I'm not hungry.
Ok, so primera es tu mente, después es tu cuerpo.
And third
¿Tengo
is
hambre
your
o no?
soul or your heart, right?
Tercero es tu alma o tu corazón.
So if you had a good food and you go out and you see a big cake, delicious cake in front of you, even though your mind is telling you, I just had a good food, your body is saying, I'm not hungry, but your soul or your heart is asking you to eat that cake because you are attracted towards it.
Ok, so él da un ejemplo que tú acabas de comer cena, almuerzo, etcétera. Entonces tú sabes que tu cuerpo y tu mente saben que ya, bueno, tengo hambre porque acabo de comer y tu cuerpo está satisfecho porque acaba de comer, pero tu alma, tu corazón puede mirar ese pastelito y quererlo, ¿verdad?
So,
Entonces, ajá.
so what you do is at that point in time, you are trying to harmonize your mind, body, and soul and say, what is the right decision to make? That is where the point is. Before you eat it, once you eat it, there's nothing you can do about it. But before you eat, how do you stop and bring the harmony to your body?
Ok. La cuestión clave de armonizar esas 3 componentes es antes de comerte el pastel, es la decisión, ¿lo voy a hacer o no? Y esa es ahí a donde estamos enfocando en este ejercicio.
And this is where focusing on your breath, the 20,000 breaths that we take, just focus for 30 seconds during that time when you have to make a decision.
Entonces, esos 30 segundos de pensamiento de, ¿lo voy a hacer o no? ¿Voy a pecar o no? Queremos que enfoque en su respiración.
So I'll teach you how to do it for 10
Él
minutes,
él le va a enseñar cómo hacerlo por 10 minutos,
but you should be doing that on every day, every time with your eyes open. It should be part of your thought process or living process, mindful living process.
técnicamente eso debe de estar pasando diario, pero sabemos que estamos viviendo al nivel Zoom, así rapidísimo, y no estamos pensando y armonizando estos 3 componentes. Entonces, eso es porque vamos a practicarlo hoy, pero debe estar practicando eso diariamente, ¿verdad? Idealmente en un mundo perfecto, pero sabemos que no eso es real. Pero podemos tomar la decisión de cambiar, eso sí.
So, example, say if you are in a heavy tension or a stress and the stress comes out, what do? You take a deep breath and you go,
Ujú.
right?
So, él dice cuando está frustrada, ¿verdad? O una persona está enojada, ¿qué hace? ¡Ah! Ya, dejen de fastidiar, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Entonces, esa parte que dejas de sacar la respiración, pero de una forma agresiva, ¿verdad? Entonces, vamos a enfocarnos en ese hábito de cambiarlo de reactivo a proactivo.
Yeah. So, breath will help you to not be proactively controlling it instead of reacting to something in your life.
Ujú. Entonces él dice, vas a cambiar de reaccionar a la vida y ahora empoderarte a decidir a qué actuar, ¿verdad? Y eso es muy importante, tener control.
So we'll go with
Okay.
our meditation. So what you do is very simple. Take your glasses off if you're wearing it.
Okay.
Clasp your hands like that. Cross together.
Quítense los anteojos si tienen unos. Vamos a agarrar nuestras manos. How do you say you want them hands?
The
Así,
clasp. Yeah.
así.
Yeah.
En
And
puño,
cross your
pues,
legs.
y cruza las piernas,
Super.
¿verdad?
And then see, thoughts is how body runs. Without thoughts, you will be not human anymore. So don't try to fight your thoughts when it come to you. Just observe them.
Ok, él dice, los pensamientos van a llegar y no los resistes, eso es natural, pero vamos a guiarnos en esos pensamientos en estos 10 minutos de demostración.
So now we'll start with the meditation for 10 minutes.
Vamos a empezar, voy a ponerlo en la pantalla.
Relax your body. Keep your backbone straight. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Do it again.
Hold on. We will have to put it on the stage. There we go. So before we, ahora tengo la meditación en la pantalla. Entonces, lo que el señor Ram estaba diciendo es, relaja la espina dorsal. Y vamos a
Clasp your
empezar,
hands,
¿ok?
cross your legs, focus on your breath, and take a deep breath. Do it 10 times. Deep breath 10 times. Relax your shoulder.
Relajen sus hombros,
Relax your arms.
sus manos,
Relax your entire back.
relajen
Keep it straight. Don't strain it.
su hombro derechito,
Cross your legs.
cruza las piernas.
When you breathe in, you breathe all the positivity, good vibes, health into your body. And when you
Cuando
breathe
respiras,
out,
toda la positividad, la salud.
you breathe out all your stress, all your patterns, all negativity.
El estrés, hábitos,
Do it 3 more times.
3, inhala y exhala.
Now focus on your normal breath.
Enfoca en tu respiración.
Keep focusing on your breath. If thoughts come in, don't force against it. Just observe them and go back to breath.
Si los pensamientos llegan,
Last 2 minutes. Stay with your breath. Last 30 seconds. Slowly rub your hands against each other. Place it on your eyes. Open your eyes inside the palm and come back to your normal with a big smile.
Sí, las hagas en tus manos.
Thank you, Dr. Ryan.
Thank you. Gracias. Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Well, wow, qué bonito, ¿verdad, mi gente? Una meditación muy simple, algo que nosotros tomamos, la vida corre, corre y no paramos. Y 10 minutos se siente como una eternidad, ¿verdad? Pues, ahorita vamos a poner aquí en la pantalla el Med Spa, el Restoration Wellness, va a ayudarnos con el sorteo. Entonces, recuérdense, si tienen alguien que se quiere registrar en Tennessee, van a tener el sorteo. O de nuevo aquí, este es el señor Ram con la organización de fines de lucro omegapyramid.org. Entonces, thank you so much, Ram, for your organization. And nosotros no pudimos tener el señor Sardi con nosotros, pero teníamos problemas técnicos, nunca llegó. Y ahorita estamos entre medio de una tormenta de nieve en todo el país de Estados Unidos. Entonces, en la próxima podemos agarrar el señor Sardi con las aseguranzas. Esto solo es el comienzo y vamos a tener más de estos seminarios y espero que todos podamos beneficiar de estas cosas tan buenas, compartir recursos, educación, y eso es la meta de la ONG Minority Wellness. Entonces, tratamos de brindar esa esperanza ah, y temor que ahorita estamos pasando como gente latina. Entonces, eh, pues nada más. Entonces, los miramos en la próxima. Te miramos en las redes sociales. Por favor, sigue las cuentas en Instagram, Facebook o simplemente nuestro canal de YouTube, Minority Wellness. Hasta la próxima.